May I have your attention, please? I'm J.C. Conrad. I am your master of ceremonies this evening. Galvin, please come to attention. Color guard and band.
For those of you who don't know me, I recently became an Eagle Scout. Unfortunately not in this troop. But I do have a lot of memories of Mr. Apida, so Mr. Felix for going up here. Well, there's a very elite group of us who went on the high adventure in the Grand Canyon. Who tried to kill me? Boy, those were some good memories. I especially remember, I think it was you, me, and Cody were hiking up the Rocky Mountains alone, and you decided to sit down. And Cody and I walk on, and I go, hey, Mr. Pia's back there. So I go back there, and so is Cody. We're like, what's wrong with him? And so Cody's like, oh, I'm just going to look over this hill for a minute. So Cody goes a mile away from me, and I see him like having a seizure or something. Like, Cody, don't leave me here with this lunatic. And he's sitting there having these episodes, and I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs, not knowing what to do. And he gets up and he's like, you failed the test. You failed the test. And he's like, I was testing you this whole time and you didn't even think of getting help or helping me or anything like that? Like, oh. Being the old man that you are, I thought you would have handled it yourself. But unfortunately, yes, I did fail that test. But I did overcome the greatest test of my life, becoming an Eagle Scout. And Mr. Apida, I'd like to award you with my mentor.
I watch movies at his house. He doesn't have just like 10 cups to drink out of. He's got 100 of them. He doesn't have like one or two of anything. He's got hundreds of everything because he's great at entertaining companies. You guys have really had a great leader, and I know I am going to miss you. Ed, because I know he was Ed, and it's been really tough to call you Mr. Apida for 5 years, but that's a respect thing. I just appreciate everything you've done. For Brady, he has grown a lot in this troop, and coming from a troop in a different town, this troop is amazing, and it comes from the leadership down. You really call these boys up to doing it on their own instead of just telling them what to do, and that helps them. So I just want to say thank you. And my son Brady even wears a pair of shorts today that are known in the troop as had Apida pants. Mr. Apida has the same kind of shorts.
Only they were like this.
Yes. Sit down, Evan. This may take a while. Mr. Apida. The stories I could tell you. Only we don't have enough time. Like I said, I've known Ed for about 15 years. I was involved in the homeschool group that met in LaSalle, Putnam County, a number of years ago. As he moved on, he moved away and kind of lost track of him. And like I said, when I was in the Scout Troop in Oglesby, we needed to find another troop that was kind of thrown the ring. Couldn't get the parental help that we have here. This is incredible. And found out he was a Scoutmaster up here, and I thought, wow, I didn't know he was involved in the Scouts. Found out he was an Eagle Scout, correct? How that happened, I don't know. Not sure what kind of an Eagle Scout he was. I got kind of an idea, but I'll tell you what, he's just a dandy, if I can use that old-fashioned word, Scoutmaster. I know his leadership and the way he works with young boys, even tough young boys, just helping them, to become young men. And I was really impressed when I first came to the troop. The other thing that struck me very impressive was the adult leadership that stayed with the troop after their boys had graduated through it. I was impressed with that. It says quite a bit about the troop. But knowing him 15 years, I didn't know everything about him. I did go on a high adventure trip. A couple of years ago, we went to the Grand Canyon and Rocky Mountains, Rocky Mountain National Park. And that was quite a high adventure. Very, very tough, very, very enjoyable. I learned some things. It was incredible. But some of the stories, the different things. The sleeping arrangements for the adult leaders had their own tent, and it seemed like every morning the scouts would complain that there was lots and lots of roaring noise coming out of their tent. And I'd say, I didn't hear anything. Mr. Diller, did you hear anything? No, I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything? No. After pulling our earplugs out, we never heard anything. So consequently, when we have outings, it seems like when the scouts set up our tents, they put us about 20 yards out away from everybody else. I don't understand. Anyhow, one day, and coming from the Oglesby troop, whether you were incoming Weebelo or you were a veteran Scoutmaster, the first thing that you do at a camp out is get the coffee going. And everybody drinks coffee, okay? However, I come to this troop and I find out not everybody drinks coffee, okay? I can understand a Weebelo coming in, you might have some milk or juice, but tea, okay? Now, Boy Scouts, what do we, when we go on these trips, what does it mean to drink in the morning?
Tea.
Coffee.
Tea.
And what do Girl Scouts drink? Orange juice. So it's coffee or tea. And Mr. Apida enjoys tea, and we tried to switch his tea with coffee, man, but we couldn't get him to drink it. So we just had a couple of things that we wanted to. Now, I didn't pick this out. Although I think it might be appropriate. Nathan picked this up. So this would be great for So, I know you've got a lot of work to do on your transition, a lot of driving. We don't want you to fall asleep, during those drives, and you're going to be up late at night. So we made sure that you have a complete supply. Up to you. That is caffeinated. Yeah, big time. So we have that, and then on behalf of all of us here, we have a little extra in there for you. Congratulations, I guess. So long. Hopefully, we'll be hearing from you. I'm not on Facebook, but my sons are, so I'm sure I'll have an updated. They can rock. Well, maybe we can change it. Done for this term. All the work. I know. You see him here on Monday evenings, but there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that he does. He spends a lot of hours keeping this troop together, working with the boys. And I know he also prays for your young men in his private, personal prayer life. I know that for a fact, that they will conquer the teenage challenges and become grown men. So, congratulations and so long. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate someone that I can really give a lot of crap to. Someone that you can tease about their imperfection. And we have this great thing. I'm really going to miss it because we just work well together. And sometimes people's idiosyncrasies love each other the wrong way, but Ed, idiosyncrasies and mine love each other the right way. And I was just going to share a couple things I found very curious about Ed is once we went on a canoe trip, and this Eagle Scout tells me this is the first canoe trip he's been on. Now, how you can be an Eagle Scout and not been in a canoe before, I don't understand. So then, as most canoe trips turn out, we decided to, of course, sink the Scoutmaster, or at least try to get him wet. And he starts complaining that he's got this rare vintage watch on. Now, why you'd bring this rare watch on a canoe trip? And this is Ed in a nutshell right here. It's like your mind goes, what? Why are you wearing that? That's Ed. And then the other thing that I found curious is we went to the Grand Canyon once, and it was like one of the most awesome places in the world. At first I thought it was just going to be this big, hot, dry hole in the ground, and it was probably the most beautiful place I may have ever been. Absolutely gorgeous. And Ed didn't bring a camera, and I found that very curious that like the most beautiful place in the world, he has no camera. But it turns out he was kind of right about that one though, because the camera just can't do justice for the Grand Canyon, unless you're a professional photographer. So I gave him a lot of crap about that, but he was right about that. But, Ed, we are going to miss you big time. We miss your leadership, and I'm going to miss having you as a friend on a daily basis, or at least a week. I envy this place in life where you can just follow God's call and pull up roots and go do something entirely new. It's just, it's a thing to be envious of. Can you imagine? Just going.
And I've watched many of them come in here struggling with being preteen or young teenagers, and with the guidance of all of you that have spent time with these boys, I thank you for your influence and your moral values.